Okay, good evening, guys and gals. I am so super excited to bring you this information tonight. You are going to learn a lot of information tonight. Okay, so if you have pen and paper, I advise you to maybe take some notes. You're going to learn some stuff that you probably did not know. What I did was, I'm obsessed with Facebook, totally obsessed with Facebook. This is how I built my business, Facebook. So I listened to about 10 podcasts and 3 live presentations by Tracy O'Malley, Chris Harder 2 times, and Chris and Lori Harder once. So and what I did was I took probably 40 pages of notes and I condensed that all into this call. So if you have any questions on the side there, just write it in the chat feature. Otherwise, I am going to share my screen here.
Can I ride like a worm?
Hold on, I'm trying to mute everybody. I think everyone's muted. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. And again, once I share my screen here, I cannot see you guys and I can't see the chats. So if someone wouldn't mind telling me if there's a question, that would be awesome. Okay, how to use Facebook to build your Isagenix business. Okay, so the biggest thing about Facebook is today, business with network marketing is done on social media. If you're not on social media and you'd like to grow your Isagenix business, you have to get on social media. One of the presenters, Alexis Romano, I don't know if anybody knows her story, she was not on Facebook when she started Isagenix. Her coach said, you have to get an account. She said no. He said yes. And they fought back and forth, and now she's one of the top millionaires in our company and she attributes a lot of it to social media. So building relationships. You want to start to build relationships on Facebook. Once you build relationships, that establishes a community. And once you establish your community, that builds your brand. We will go into building brands in just a little bit. Posting is not all about you, okay? How many times do we see like selfie, 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 selfie? I mean, seriously, it's not all about you. Show visuals of you with other people. Show visuals of you, have someone else take the picture so it's not endless selfies all the time. Do not show off. It turns people off if you show off, if you're constantly, okay, a lot of us, heck, we're all in Isagenix. We're all in good shape. We don't need to have our shirt off in every single picture or be in a sports bra and tight little shorts. Don't show off. You don't need to. You have to give people a story to follow. And we're going to establish this on this call tonight, how to establish what your story is. You want to be an inspiration to somebody. I bet you every single person on this call, someone has come up to you and said, you have inspired me. You have inspired me. And those words are so fulfilling. And probably they've been inspired through your Facebook posts. Your vibe attracts your tribe. If you're positive and you're happy on Facebook, it attracts positive and happy people. If you're cursing and negative, it's going to attract negative people. One thing we do advise is we all like to go out and drink, I get it, but try avoid holding alcohol in posts just because that gives people they're like, hey, I'm a little confused of what, you have to be consistent with what you're trying to get across to people. Okay, some people may not feel comfortable posting on Facebook, but you still need to connect with people, guys. People are not going to be coming to you. Yes, some people do. Let me take that back. Some people do come to you. What are you doing? You look awesome. But there comes a point where you have to start connecting with people. So let's just say you're not on Facebook. What I want you to do, go through your contacts, whether it's a Facebook contacts, email contacts, your cell phone, and write down everybody's name. Don't leave anybody out. Don't prejudge someone that they don't need Isagenix, because as we all know, everyone needs Isagenix. So don't look at, this is what I did. Nope, she's too skinny. Nope, she goes to the gym every day. Nope, he has a six-pack. And then by the time I did that, my list was like this big. You cannot do that. You have to contact everybody on your list. There are many PMs you can send somebody to connect, but truly what you want to do is establish a relationship with the person. And here's some ways. End your message with a question. You're much more likely to respond back to you when you ask them a question. So if you just reach out to them and say, hey, Susie, you and your family are so cute. That's what girls say. I'm sure you guys don't say that. And then you don't end it with, how's life? What's up? What's up with life? How's work? What do you do for a living? Chances are they're not going to contact you back. They're not going to, because you did not end it with a question. So when you reach out to somebody, end it with a question. Another thing I've learned from Judy Niemerg, she's going through the Max Steingart boot camp, is look under your birthdays. So look under friends and then look under birthdays and PM the person 2 to 3 days ahead of their birthday. And just say this, hey, Joe, happy birthday a few days early. How are things going with you? Okay, first of all, you reached out to them to wish them a happy birthday. You asked them a question. They're going to respond back. This can get you in a dialogue with somebody. That's a great, Judy, I know she's on this call. I want to say Judy's enrolled 3 people by using that method, just that method right there. Okay. What is your passion in life? Okay. We are all different, everybody. We all have different passions. Some of us are cooking, recipes, writing, dogs, art, gardening, fitness. These are only a few. So I'm going to, your passions develop your brand. So I'm going to get off of this right now and I'm going to go to a different share. So I'm going to stop this share. Actually, I'm going to see who's not muted here because someone is, there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to share the screen again and we are going to go, hold on, I got to move some things around here. We are going to go on Facebook. So this gal, beautiful Jennifer Kokesh, I met with her to show her how to post on Facebook. And Jennifer, I said, fine, what's your passion? And she said, dogs. And I said, okay, it's dogs. So what I told her to do, and she's done it beautifully, guys. If you're not friends with Jennifer, you know, she's just done this beautifully. She has created her entire page on dogs, on her 4 dogs. Look at her profile picture. Look how clean it is. It's her and one of her dogs. Look at her cover photo. That's a very clean presentation. I'm going to go down here to her intro. I'm circling it. It says intro, Cavalier lover, health and fit wellness aficionado, paramedic firefighter turned physician assistant. Okay. She's into health and wellness. She loves dogs. She gets her point across. These pictures right here, you all have this option on your Facebook page to put a little brief intro and some pictures. You choose 5 pictures. Look how appropriate. It's her and her husband. It's her journey, and it's her dogs. Guys, just because your brand is dogs does not mean dog owners don't need to lose weight, right? Heck, I mean, I don't own a dog, but I'm sure many dog owners need to lose weight. So if you go down Jennifer's page, and I'm just going to scroll here, I'm not reading them, her purpose and brand is brought out so clearly. And every once in a while, I know, right here, here's her mom, her transformation. She does this absolutely beautifully, okay? I'm going to share, there's 8 people I'm sharing their page with tonight, and I've gotten their permission to do this. So I'm going to go back to my Facebook. So if you can't see this, please someone unmute yourself and tell me. Make sure your brand is always communicated through your posts. You want to make sure your model is consistent and communicated well, and you want to project a positive image. Create emotion with your posts. Be emotional. People relate to emotion. People relate to that. Be relevant and on top of things. So what that means is you don't want to post an article from 2009 if you know that it's invalid right now. You want to find current information. Create a community. Like Jennifer's created this beautiful community of dog lovers, and they're following her for her dogs. Inspire others on a daily basis. If you're unsure what your brand is, because I have run into this with a few people, and you're unsure what your brand is, where do you spend your most money? That usually is where your brand is. Don't try to be anyone besides yourself. I keep bringing Jennifer up. I am going to bring a few other people up. She turned to me and said, Tara, I don't exercise. And I said, that's okay. I get that a lot. I don't exercise like you do. That doesn't matter. Pick your brand, develop your brand. People will start following you. Follow people that have the same heart as you. So for her, she may follow other dog lovers. She may follow some people on Facebook or some groups on Facebook that are all about dogs. Invest your time into the people that you want to attract and live the lifestyle that people want. People want to be like you. They don't want what you're selling. They want to be like you. People buy Isagenix because they like and they trust you, because you have built a relationship with them. Basically, people are buying your lifestyle. So now, on that note, we are going to share one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Dawn Cermak's page. Again, look at her profile picture. Very clean cut. Look at her cover photo. Heck, I'd like to be there. Her intro, she's a dream maker happener. Really? That's kind of interesting. You go down, and here's her family. Robin tagged her, it looks like, in this picture of her family. Dawn's page is very much, you want to live Dawn's life. She's traveling. She's in Italy. She's in Spain. She's in Vegas. She's in Illinois. She's back home she is always somewhere. And here she is leading the celebration blitz in Washington, in I don't know, Baltimore or DC area. Her lifestyle, you want to live this. You want to be like Dawn. She's a leader, guys. She is our leader. And she's an amazing leader. And her Facebook page shows that. She's also a mom. There's Maisie. She's also a mom, and she does throw that in there, throw posts in there about her family. But Dawn is an amazing leader, and it comes out in her page. So I love Dawn's page, and that's why I want to share that. Okay, we're going to go back to our slideshow. Again, they want to be like you. They don't want Isagenix. They want to live that life. So basically, Facebook is the art of storytelling. You want people to be able to relate to you. And this is what Chris Harder and Lori Harder said when we were in Vegas. Facebook is your own reality TV show. Let people in. If you're serious about building the Isagenix business, you want to let them into your reality show. You want that. When you build your business on Facebook, you want to view your Facebook page as a business page. Okay, I view my Facebook page as a business page very, very seriously, actually. Put every thought into every post you put on there and let people into your life. Let people learn the story of your life. Okay, I'm going to share another person here. Okay, this time I'm going to share Judy Niemerk. Again, I have everyone's permission to do this. Look at Judy's profile picture again, her and her husband, beautiful beach, okay? Now, Judy has a long story bit behind her, but when I started coaching Judy on Facebook, she had 100 friends. She's now up to 721 friends. You need to grow your friends on Facebook. You need to grow outside of your Isagenix friends and get more friends. Judy is a grandmom. She babysits her grandkids. So a lot of her posts are about her grandkids. And I'm going to scroll down here to show you one of my favorites. She just did it the other day, and I kind of have to get, there's her husband. It's coming up. It's right here. Funny how you can have the toys put away in about 20 minutes, they're all back out. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Hashtag love my girls. Hashtag time, please go slower. She's a grandma, guys. She loves her grandkids. So she portrays this in a lot of her posts. A lot of her posts have to do with grandkids. And again, she does throw the Isagenix ones in there, and we're going to go over that, about throwing those in there. This is when they went for a walk with the grandkids. Judy is like if I had to give an award to my most improved person on Facebook, I give that award to Judy right there. Okay, we're going to go back to this. Okay. Be mysterious, be creative, create curiosity. Guys, we're not throwing the word Isagenix out there. We're just not throwing it out there. Create curiosity. Use the word superfood nutritional system or nutritional cleansing system in your posts, but no need to write Isagenix everywhere. All that happens when you do that is they Google Isagenix, they find every mommy blog possible about Isagenix on there, that's negative because that person so happens to be with a different nutritional company, and then they don't contact you. That's why we don't say Isagenix. Also, you can use the words, you're a transformation coach, you're a nutritional coach, you're a health coach. Those words are not sanctified by any, you can use those words. I got that off a Kathy Savage call on how to brand yourself. And don't use the words, message me now. It makes you sound desperate when you say that, okay? You don't want to use those words. Be yourself. Keep your message authentic, consistent, and clear. Here's a good test. After we get off this call tonight, go back and read your last 10 Facebook posts. Are they a clear picture of the message you're trying to paint? I love that one. Go back and look through them. If they're not, then you're not getting your message across to others. So I'm going to bring, I know she couldn't be on the call tonight, but my next share is going to be a new friend, Sue Fetterman. Okay. Sue, again, let's take a look. Beautiful profile picture, and look at that cover photo. Her intro, she's a health and lifestyle coach, entrepreneur, networker, CEO of Body Impact Solutions. Sue is awesome at posting. Now, can you see this where it says buffer? She uses buffer, and there's another one called Hootsuite, Hootsuite, where you can actually go in. I think you pay a little bit. I do not use these, but I know Sue does. You can go in and pay to pre-make your posts. So if you want a post to go on at a certain time, you can go in and you can set this post. So she did this one. Whenever it says buffer there, she did it ahead of time. But Sue is a great person that if you go down here, I guarantee you her first 10 posts are inspirational. They're about happy mind, happy life. They're so stinking positive. She is wonderful when it comes to Facebook posting, and I think she does a very good job at letting people learn the story of her life through her posting. So that was another good share. We're going to go back to these. Okay. Who is your target audience? You want to make sure you aren't excluding everyone. Perfect. The majority of people in this world are couch potatoes, guys and gals. So when you post, you want to think before you post, am I touching the life of a couch potato? Being fitness oriented, I know a lot of people can't relate to my posts. When I'm climbing up ropes or doing a mud race, I know they can't relate to it. I know those posts are not getting read by the couch potato. So that's why I throw in things like I did tonight, where I went up and hung tree cameras, or whatever the heck they're called, trail cameras with Gail. Heck, I live in middle of Midwest. People can relate to that. I put that on there because I know someone can relate to that. They're not going to relate to my mud run. So make sure you are speaking and not excluding anyone with your posts. People want to be spoken to. They want to be motivated by you. They need to be able to relate to you in order to trust you. That last sentence on this slide, guys, is probably one of the most important. They need to be able to relate to you in order to trust you. If they trust you, that's when they're going to sign up to be on your team. And we're going to go through that in a little bit. So you want to link arms with those that have similar interests. Take interest in other people's lives. Ask them questions. Use these two things, okay, instead of this one thing. Listen to them. Connect with people that have the same mindset. Connect with your audience and connect with others to get your message across. Social media is priority. Yes, even Gail Higgs, who does not have a Facebook account, is starting to believe social media is a priority. Your posts create curiosity. Curiosity creates questions. Questions create conversations. Conversations create customers. I got that from Lori and Chris Harder in Vegas. When to post on Facebook? Post during peak hours. Those peak hours are 7 to 9 a.m. or 7 to 9 p.m. Just be aware, if you live in Arizona and majority of your friends are on East Coast, you want to time it so your friends in East Coast are seeing it, not that it's midnight there when it's 9 p.m. your time. Friday and Saturday nights are the least viewed Facebook times, and the peak posting time is Sunday night between 7 and 9, and another one is Monday night between 7 and 9. I actually learned that after I had this already written up. Be consistent with your hashtags, guys. I know even Judy's using hashtags, so use them on every single post. If you go on my page, you will see the same hashtags. I throw a funny one in there every once in a while. Otherwise, I'm very consistent with my hashtags. So I'm going to use another great friend of mine now as another example. Amanda Stroud. Amanda Stroud, let's look at her profile picture. Oh, perfect. Cover photo, perfect. Okay. So let's go down to one of Amanda's. Some people post on Amanda's page. Here's one. Here's Amanda's post from this morning. I've been working on transforming my mind through a program recently that has opened my eyes. I'm learning to change my mindset and reflect on the positives surrounding me. This morning I had the opportunity to watch the sunrise. It reminded me of new beginnings and so many possibilities. Hashtag healthy balanced family. Hashtag dream achieve repeat. Hashtag total transformation Thursday. Healthy balanced family and dream achieve repeat will be in every single one of Amanda and my posts. And you're more than welcome to use it, okay? We don't care. It's just, it's something that we're consistently using in every post. So if you're not friends with Amanda, friend her. She's a great person to follow. Guarantee you with Amanda that she uses her last 10 posts reflect her, definitely reflect her, her brand. You want to create your own unique hashtag. So, okay. So if someone goes to the top of Facebook and puts in there, dream, achieve, repeat, they will bring up all of our posts. Now let's put a common one in there. Transformation Tuesday. A lot of people use that one. I don't use that one. The reason I don't use it is about 1 million other people in the United States use it. And if someone is searching a specific hashtag and writes Transformation Tuesday up there, they're not just going to see your post, they're going to see 500,000 other posts on Transformation Tuesday. So you want to try to come up with a unique hashtag. Healthy Balanced Family is ours. No one else has that. It took a long time to figure that, just that hashtag out. Ours. But kind of play with it. Go up there and put different hashtags in and see if anybody uses it. If they don't, start using it. Brand it as that's your hashtag. The 10-4-1 rule, if you're not familiar with this, is you want to try to post 10 non-isogenic posts per week, 4 indirect Isagenix posts per week, and 1 power post per week. You always want to get new eyes to your page. Posts that have pictures get more attention than posts without pictures. Okay, very important. So if you can post a picture with what you're writing, then post a picture. For those of you that are super new to this and don't understand what a power post is, that's one of those transformations, like a before and after. Best time to power post is Sunday evenings between 7 and 9. Your 10 non-isogenic posts are like I did tonight with Gail and I at the tree stand, at the tree with the picture of the trail cam. That has nothing to do with Isagenix. I still use my hashtags though in my post. For indirect Isagenix posts is, I'm going to do an example of that right now. Beth Miller. So we're going to go back on here. Beth Miller. Okay, let's look at Beth's profile picture. Clean. Look at that. Wow. Very beautiful. Perfect. Look at her intro. I am now a very motivated person who's not going to give up until I succeed and hit my goals. Beautiful. Perfect. So what we were just talking about is indirect posts. I'm going to go down here to right here. She had her kids and her create their vision board, okay? That's an indirect Isagenix post. Us in Isagenix understands what their vision board is. We get that. But those that are not on Isagenix, that's an indirect post. They have a vision. I mean, beautiful. She even did, I think she did a little video on that somewhere in here, right here. There's her live. Okay, I'm not going to play it, and she uses hashtags. Love it. She uses her hashtags very well. I just wanted to show you that's an example of an indirect. Oh, I get so excited about Facebook. It's just so funny. Okay. Make your photos pop. I guess on Instagram, you can change like the coloring of your photos, like the shadowing. You want to make them pop. So when someone's just sitting there, like scroll, 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 what's going to make them stop at your picture? What's going to make them stop and read your post and not just scroll, scroll? Facebook Live, guys, the best thing that's happened to Facebook, if you're not using it, I know it's scary because you can't go and delete it. My phone doesn't work. I don't have the app on my phone, so I can't do Facebook Live anymore, but I do videos. But Facebook Live, guys, is key. You want to start using it. Again, Facebook's your reality show. People want to watch it. You know, they want to see it. Don't verbal vomit on your posts. If you have a long post and you want to get a point across, I would write at the top, warning, long post, please read. Something like that, so they know, not that they read 2 sentences and they're like, forget that, I'm done. So you want to kind of condense what you have to say, and you have to really think about that before you do it. Be concise with your wording to get people's attention. If it's too long, people will just stop reading. Less is more with the writing of your posts. Okay, so someone comments on your posts. What are you doing? What do you write? Isagenix? No. You write, I will PM you. That's all you need to write. Once you take it to a PM, this is what you write. Hey, Joe. Thanks so much for asking for more information. This new lifestyle is great. I would love to tell you more. But since I'm new to this, would you mind if I added my coach blank to this conversation? He or she knows a lot more about this than I do. Thanks. Okay. First of all, you asked their permission. You didn't just throw them into a three-way conversation. You asked their permission. 99% of the time, they're going to say, yeah, that was no problem. Okay. If the person says yes, then add your coach into the thread, do a brief introduction. Hey, coach, and then you put their name there. This is my friend, Joe. We went to high school together. She is interested in learning more about the nutritional system we use. And since you are the expert, I told her that you would be able to explain it best to her. Okay? Now sit back and watch your coach do their work. Okay? That's why you have a coach. You will eventually be your own coach, but you're not your own coach right now. So let your coach help you. That's what we're here for, guys and gals. That's what we're here for. This is when you sit back and watch your coach do their magic. This three-way thread will lead to a three-way call, which, cross your fingers, will lead to an enrollment. You can also use the microphone in the PM to PM them back, because Tracy O'Malley said in her call last week that she would much rather hear a message in the PMs than read one, okay? Again, my phone, I don't have the Facebook app on my phone. I can't do this because I need a new phone. But that's another way you can do it, by using the little microphone. By doing this, they can hear the passion in your voice. That's so important. What's more passionate, typing things or talking it? It's more personable. Put some feeling behind your voice. Okay, this is an important one. Do not cut and paste messages. People can tell when you do this, okay? And maybe by accident, you will copy and paste the wrong name, okay? Not that I've done it, but I've heard the millionaires on their calls say they've done that. So, common mistakes on social media. Not being active on Facebook. I train people all the time on Facebook, and they're gung-ho, they're ready to do it, and then it's crickets. And I'm like, where are they? I just spent an hour and a half coaching them and they're not doing anything. You have to be active on Facebook. If you want to build your business on Facebook, you have to be active on it. A quote I heard by one of the millionaires: if you aren't online, you're flatline. If you won't do it offline, then don't do it online. For example, would you walk into a party without getting to know anybody and just start pitching your products? No, you have to get to know the person first, guys. You want to start that communication with them. Don't focus on too many social media channels. Pick two. To be honest, I do Facebook and LinkedIn. LinkedIn this, Facebook this. I'm not an Instagrammer at all. There's also Snapchat that you can do. And you don't want to try to sell your products. You want to, we talked about this earlier. You want someone to trust you, build that relationship so they want to buy your lifestyle. You're not promoting your company and your products. Make sure you like, comment, and communicate with others on social media. The more you like, the more you comment, and the more you send PMs, your stuff starts popping up on their page. It's a Facebook algorithm. It's very detailed. But if you start liking and commenting on non-Isagenix, get out of the Isagenix people. You want to comment on theirs too, but you want to get outside of Isagenix people because we want to bring in more people. The more they're going to see your posts. Don't post things that are not consistent with what you represent. If we're doing health, guys, and you're dancing half naked on a bar and someone takes a video of you, kind of remove that. I mean, you just don't want that on there. I know we all do it. Well, I don't do that, but just, you know what I'm trying to get. For example, alcohol with health and wellness, make sure your posts are consistent with the image you want to create. And Candy Crush invites show that you're not serious. So if you're inviting people to do Candy Crush, stop. Don't post all business posts. People will start ignoring you. That goes back to the 10-4-1 rule. 10 non-Isagenix related posts. Make your people laugh. I use a lot of quotes from my kids because they make me laugh. If they make me laugh, I know that that their quotes can make other people laugh. Make your profile picture clear and simple, like I've been showing you. When you aren't consistently posting, people start doubting your commitment and vision. This is super important. Super important. Have you ever followed somebody on Facebook and suddenly you're like, I haven't seen any posts by her recently? And then you go on their page and you're like, wow, is she gaining weight? Is she not serious about this? If you're serious about building Isagenix as your business, you have to be serious about posting on Facebook. It goes hand in hand. Don't be a quoteaholic. If you find a quote you like, okay, let's just say you find a quote you like. Think of a picture that you can take that can reflect that quote. So let's just say I found one about family. And it was just a quote that I found on the internet about family. I take a picture of my family, I put it on there, and I put the quote in quotes above the picture. It makes that simple quote seem more personable by doing it that way. Okay, before we go on to this, I actually wanted to go into, hold on. Okay, I'm going to go on my page. Hold on. I can't get that off. Okay. So your settings, guys. Okay, so there's mine, profile picture, and everything. You want to make your profile public. Okay, and I'm going to talk you through how to do this. Okay, see this right here, these 3 dots? You click on it. Once you click on it, you go to timeline settings. Okay, once you're here, we're going to do a few things. We're going to go to privacy over in the left-hand column. Okay, over here, you're going to go to this first one. Who can see my stuff? Who can see my stuff? And then second one, review all your posts and things you're tagged in. So you want to, oh crap. That's not the one I'm looking at. Okay. Who can see my stuff? You want to, okay, this top one. Who can see your future posts? You want to make this public. If this says friends or only me, you want to change that to public. Okay, guys? That's where you make your post public. Who can see my stuff? Who can see your future posts? Now let's go over this left-hand column again. I'm clicking on timeline and tagging. This is an important one. So let's just say you have that sister that tags you 15 times a day in a post and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish my sister would stop. Not my sister doesn't, but I'm just saying, I wish my sister would stop tagging me on my posts because they're not related to Isagenix and it doesn't develop my brand. Right here, who can add things to my timeline? You see that? You go over here and you see this one, review posts friends tag you in before they appear on your timeline. Turn it on. That means when someone tags you in a post, it'll send you a message. You have to approve it before it goes on your timeline. So therefore, you have control over what you're putting on Facebook. You don't need 20 transformations in one day that's gonna make people go away. You want to turn this on and you have total control. I check it all the time. I add things, I hide things, and I'm not trying to be offensive. If you tag me in something and I don't add it to my timeline, I'm not trying to be offensive. It's because it doesn't fit into my 10-4-1 rule and I'm very strict about that, okay? So I wanted to go into that. No, I'm not talking about you, Robin. That's funny. No, not at all. Your posts are good. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Now, don't spend too much time on Facebook. Come on, Tara, you just told me I have to get on Facebook. I'm going to tell you exactly how much you should be spending on Facebook. Don't be so connected that you're not connected with life, okay? You should commit a certain amount of time per day to Facebook. So, did anybody listen to Tracy O'Malley's week 1? I listened to it 2 times. It was an hour and a half long. I went for a walk and I listened to it. This is directly off of her call last week. This is what Tracy O'Malley said. Now, this time commitment of 1 hour, 20 minutes is a lot. So if you can't commit this much, it's okay, but look at the underneath it. She says, if you're going to commit 1 hour and 20 minutes a day to Facebook, this is what she recommends. 10 minutes should be spent loving on the people in your groups. 30 minutes should be spent on product users. 10 minutes creating 2 posts, and 30 minutes investigating people you're reaching out to. So if you stick to some type, it doesn't need to be this, but if you stick to some type of plan, scheduled plan, you will not just get lost in Facebook world looking at everybody's posts. You want to make, again, your Facebook is your business. So you want to make it as smart, as efficient of your time as possible. Okay, compliancy. You knew I had to throw this in here. When you post on Facebook, you cannot post the time frame, the weight lost, and the measurement change all in the same post. For example, you cannot write, I lost 25 pounds and 21 inches in 30 days. That is not compliant. You can write, I lost 25 pounds and 21 inches since I started my new nutritional system. You can write, in 30 days, I have lost more pounds and inches than I could have ever imagined I could lose. Okay? Being compliant and teaching your associates to be compliant is so important. Guys, Isagenix can get shut down and closed if we're not compliant. And it could be the result of one person's post. So you truly want to coach your people on how to be compliant. I just threw this in there because I thought it was interesting. How to answer what you are doing for a living. This is what I said once I went full time and someone said, what do you do for a living? I said, I do this thing. That's exactly what came out of my mouth. Seriously. So I was like, crap, that was horrible, Tara. So these are some examples of what you can say you do for a living. During the day, I am a teacher. But the job I am most passionate about is working for a nutritional health and wellness company that transforms lives, okay? During the day, I'm a teacher, but I am also a manager. I'm also a director for the fastest growing health and wellness company in the country. True statement. During the day, I'm a teacher, but changing people's health is what I'm most passionate about. I think Dawn's would read if she worked full-time. Dawn would read, do you know what I am? I'm a dream maker happener. That's what Dawn does for a living. Wouldn't that sound interesting? You get the point. There's so many ways to tell people what you do without mentioning the word Isagenix. Biggest takeaways about posting on Facebook. Those that post the most, make the most. That's a quote off a podcast by Paul Kruger and Lynette Davis. Those that post the most, make the most. You must build relationships on Facebook. These relationships establish a community, and a community builds a brand, okay? You people must trust you in order to join your team. If they do not have trust in you, they will not join you on this journey. And when I started, I started very fast, and somebody asked me to be on their team call, And they said, Tara, how did you go Crystal Executive so fast? And I said one word, trust. And that was when I knew nothing. That's when I knew nothing. I know so much, and I don't know everything. None of us know everything, but I've learned, and I try so hard every day to learn more and more and more. But one word is trust, guys, and trust must be earned. And you have to do that. You have to build that through Facebook, okay? I'm going to share one more person here. This is one of my newest people, Leslie. Okay. Leslie just joined us. She's one of my very closest. I went to high school with her. She was one of my newest consultants. Leslie doesn't feel comfortable posting her picture yet. Heck. So this is a good example. She has her kids up there. You know, she has her daughters, her life. But let me give you an example of a post because she doesn't use pictures. Okay, yes, that was me. That was us in high school. I had really big hair. I did that post yesterday, but here's one. Let's do a different one. I like that one, but I just took my measurements before my next challenge begins tomorrow. I had to measure 3 times because I was so shocked, but I lost 9 inches off my abdomen since I last measured. My total inches lost is 46.75. Holy moly, does this nutritional system work? Compliant. Nutritional system. She doesn't mention Isagenix. She must have a good coach. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is, Leslie, you can do this. Even if you don't feel comfortable posting pictures, you can still do this. This is a perfect day tubing with the family. Also, the first time in a bathing suit since health and wellness journey began. It was a good day. Okay? So you can do this without pictures. But this is it. I'm done. Look at that last sentence, guys. Trust must be earned. If you don't take anything away from this call tonight, just take that. Because even off of Facebook, if someone doesn't trust you with their health, you're not going to get them on your team. Okay? Okay. Well, that was my whole thing. I know we went a little late, but was that okay? Said that it's better if you don't. What's that, Genevieve? Do you want to unmute yourself, or are you in? I don't know. I don't know what everyone was typing. So.
Tori, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Tori had said, I thought you couldn't include weight and time frame in the same post. And really, I just said that I literally, thanks to our game plan homework, I just watched a compliance video that said that they really would prefer that you don't, but they have that specific disclaimer now on isagenixcompliance.com that you would have to be including if you're going to do that.
Okay, so no weight.
Yeah. You can't put the, it's just like everything you were talking about. You're not supposed to do, I lost 30 pounds in 40 days, whatever.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was this call helpful, guys? Was this something that you can share with your team? I hope you learned something from it. The biggest thing is I coach, and I spend a lot of time coaching people on Facebook, and then they don't do anything. And maybe they don't feel comfortable, but I showed you don't need to post pictures. Leslie's stepping out of her comfort zone. She's not comfortable posting pictures, but she still writes. She still makes sure every day she's posting something on there about her journey, okay? And thank you to, the one person I forgot, Jake. I want to show Jake's. Look at this one, guys. This is like one of my favorite posts this week. Watch this. Now, I have to go down a little bit on Jake's page, I think. Jake gets tagged in a lot of things, I noticed. Okay, so first of all, Janice Health and Wellness and his family, which is all involved with Isagenix, which is so awesome. I love this post he did right here. Wonderful Wednesday, not something you hear all the time, but how my life has changed every day feels like Friday to me because I get to celebrate where I was to where I am now. It's pretty gross to look at what your body has when you're 50 pounds overweight, but now I see it. I know I'm never going back, So I ask you, who else is ready to jump on board and feel lighter, a lot more energy, and just feel the relief I do? He uses his hashtags, and he put that. And, you know, Jake's in his 20s, and he does a superb job. I love following him. I love following his brothers because they do such a good job. And I just wanted to point out that, you know, Jake does do a very, very good job on posting on Facebook also. So anybody?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You know, you can, if you're committed to the 10-4-1 format and you get tagged a lot, you can either do what Tara said, which is, you know, whatever, you have to allow posts on your timeline, or you can also go back and edit your timeline routinely. So I go in probably about once a week and I clean up my timeline and I make sure that I'm within the 10-4-1. So if I've gotten tagged a lot, which I like being tagged and it's really good and it keeps my page fresh, but I like to keep that 10-4-1. So I'll go back in and just hide posts from my timeline that like if I get tagged in 10 transformation posts in 3 days, well, that's too much, right, Tara?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So, and I love the posts and I've actually gotten a lot of enrollments off of other people's transformation posts that they posted to my timeline. So I wouldn't not allow them, but I do go back and routinely edit my timeline so it stays in that right proportion. So I don't know if that's helpful to anybody.
And that's a good point. That's one thing I didn't say. Tag your coach. Tag some of the people on your downline, on your team, in your posts, because not only is it going to get out to your 500 friends, it's going to get out to their 500 and their 500 and their 500. Suddenly 2,000 people are possibly seeing your posts. So it is important. I don't know. I'm sorry. That was an oversight on my part that I didn't put in one of those million slides, but tagging your coach or people on your team is important. Okay. And thank you guys for your time on and off night. I know I threw this in there. I knew our week wasn't coming up for a while. And I think Facebook is so important, especially with back-to-back with Dawn's $1 Million Challenge call last night. This is the time to get posting, to get people on your team, to get winning that $10,000+ This is the month to do it, September. Okay, August is past. It doesn't matter if you enrolled 0 in August. Let's start with September. Let's enroll 8. Let's enroll 12. Let's get September and hit it hard. Like Dawn said, that's why I did this call back to back with her call. So I do appreciate your time on a Thursday night. And I love all you guys. And I thank you all for letting me use your pages with your permission tonight, because I know sometimes that's a little uncomfortable, but I hope that this helped everybody. So
yeah, it was awesome. Thank you so much, Tara. I actually learned some new stuff on this call, and I've listened to a million presentations and podcasts and everything, and I learned some new things. So thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, that makes me feel good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Bye.